What's up, y'all? It's Key. Coming from me. Um, Before I get start studying I want to study for 8 hours. It's about to be 3 o'clock, so I want to study till like 11, 12 o'clock. I got a lot of stuff to do. Like I got a lot of, I got to create my schedule for work, for tutoring. Create my schedule cause my quarter comes up in less than 1 week. My fourth out of fifth quarters I got to do for nursing school, and also I want to study more of maternal and then more med surg 3 stuff. So like in med surg 3, maternal is just mother and baby, and then MDC 3, med surg 3 consists on male and female reproductive disorders, renal disorders, cardiac, and respiratory. So yeah, to get the intro out the way, we need to talk about the title of this video is that I should be okay because it's been a week, and now I'm more so of it is what it is type of situation. I went from being depressed about it to being more like it is what it is, because that won't define me as me being a nurse. I failed. I didn't know how a failure feels like because I never failed before, but I failed. Technically, I didn't fail. I failed myself and my students because now I can't teach this class. What class y'all think it is? Leave in the comments. But I'm gonna say it in 3. Pause this video though. 3, 2, 1. No, not maternal. I'm stupid. Sorry, y'all. I've been studying maternal so much. Mother and baby just been crossing my mind every day of the week. Mental health. Mental health. I passed pharm with 87. Shock. This is what I ended off with in mental health, which that is a C because I was 30.37% off from getting a B in the class. And then med surg 2, I got a 90, which that's still considered a B. As y'all can see my transcript, I've been getting A's and B's all the time except here, which mental health I got a C. So I just want to show y'all because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, he's lying. That's my first C. That's why I'm just very like distraught. Going back to this is considered a C. A lot of people probably like, 84%, that's a B. That's not a C. In my school it is. So a 78 to an 84 is a B. An 85 to a 93 is a B. A 94 to 100 is an A. So it's only a 6% window of you getting an A. And I never once, somebody must have did, I don't know, but I never heard of nobody getting an A in the nursing program at the school, because it's a narrow window to getting an A. So that's why I just feel like it's not fair, but it is what it is. So let's go in more of depth on why I failed this class. I passed it, but I failed myself. So we're gonna get to this. So let's start with this. You see, I got a 90 on my mental health exam, but a lot of the assignments I wasn't doing too good in. I think the main reason I'm telling you this video is that don't expect your exams to make you excel if you're not doing the work and turning the work in on time. These are zeros on, like, that's 1, 2, 3 zeros. So if I would have did those assignments, that would have kind of put me into like a B range as well. But I like to take accountability because it's like some things that I just wish I could have done differently. Like I made that video on things I would have done differently. But this is like a transparency video because it's like you can't always depend on your exams to get you that grade that you want to be, because that's why I kind of got that C, because I was more so focused on exams than my own assignments. And assignments there were easy as hell. They were just tedious, very tedious, especially these simulations. They were very annoying. The case studies is very annoying, but it's just like little things I could have done throughout the quarter and turned it in on time. I would have been okay and got like an easy B, probably A. That's my second exam. I got a 94 on it, and some of the assignments I've been turning in. So it's like, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's not, your exams that got me a C. That's what I'm saying. Y'all like, you got a 94. You said that's an A. That can't be an A, but I didn't get an A. I got a Z. And then my final exam is down here. I got a 154 out of 200, but I'm gonna tell y'all what grade that is in a second. Sorry, the screenshot don't really tell you, but I got my calculator. So if you do 154 divided by 200 times 100, oh wait, 154 divided by 200 times 100. I don't know if y'all can see it. 77. I ain't really studied for the final. I'm not gonna farm with y'all. So the question remains, where do I go from here? It is very discouraging for me to get this because it kind of humbled me. So I'm a little bit okay because I was acting a little bit big-headed the entire time, and I kind of like let my exams do all the talking, and I feel like that kind of created that rift on like you not doing as well as you're supposed to be doing due to the fact that you're sitting here expecting yourself to just pass on through nursing school because you're so good at taking exams and you good at the material. And it's like I took that into like perspective and advantage, and then once I did that, it kind of humbled me to the fact that it's like, damn, I got to see. And yes, it's times where my professor could have, cut me some slack, but I think I'm glad that she did it because it's like, you don't run the world. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a slap in the face because it's like, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. But the reason why I say I'm fail is because now I can't teach this to nobody else. I only could teach the med surg and the farm, which I was very much more happy in those classes anyways. But it's like a shoulda, coulda, woulda situation. It's like, wow, it's one thing I can't like teach back to nobody because I didn't really get the beat that I needed at my job in order for me to teach it. It's like, it's a slap in the face, but it's not gonna stop me from being a nurse. It's not. My GPA did drop a little bit, but I'm still in the honorable range, like the 3.3 or 4 or something. I think that's where I'm at right now. But it's a slap in the face. And like I showed y'all, I passed the clinical in the class, but due to the fact that I got a C in the class, I also got a C in the clinicals, which that's a big slap in the face because you do so much fucking work in that clinicals, then you do work in class, and it's just like, wow, like I did all that, I wasted all my time just for me to get a C in the class, and I end up getting a C in the clinicals, and that dropped my GPA tremendously. And it's like, I'm saying like this shit don't make it's not fair, but I can't really complain due to the fact that I made myself get that grade that I got, so I can't really talk. So where do we go from here? Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not letting that shit bother me no more. I was already bothered by it for a whole, I'm still bothered by it, but I can't change the fact that literally it's a lot of people in my program who failed that quarter. Two, what I didn't tell y'all too is pharmacology, med surg 2, and mental health all had exams in it. So that was 9 exams we had to do. And each class was very content heavy, so do not go in mental health thinking you finna pass on through with therapeutic communication, because no, you need to know different type of disorders, get schizophrenia, bipolarism, OCD, all that shit, and you really need to know that in depth. It's going to be a lot of questions asked you about it. It's not, and medications too. Medications, like all the neuro drugs, all the antipsychotics, all the bipolar medications, lithium, the therapeutic levels, what the lab levels will happen is too much or too little. It's mental health is not what you think it is. So don't go in there and treading lightly in that class because you will fail tremendously. That's what a lot of people did. A lot of people failed farm, and a lot of people did. Some people failed med surg too. So I got to be grateful that I passed all 3 classes, but it's not what y'all think it is. I'm still an honor roll student. Don't get that twisted. It's just, I feel like I was humbled, and next time I'ma just, like I said, that's why I'm studying so hard for maternal. Got my NCLEX book, baby, and I got my maternal cards holding up this camera. And it's, I'm just making sure like I'm very in my dosage calc, my whiteboard right here, and my calculator. So I'm just making sure this time that I am prepared around, and I would never again kind of slack off on things. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it.